Hello guys, welcome to another episode. Today we are going to create a Laravel application with authentication, but basically we are going to use Laratrust as our source of authentication. So basically we are just going to do the usual. You have to fire up your XAMPP, you start your server, and then also you start your phpMyAdmin. So basically your MySQL server to get started. So we are going to set up a new Laravel application. Let's just give it a name as web app. So I'm working on the HT docs. So basically that's where I'll be working on. That's my environment. So the first cd dot. So basically I want to set a new Laravel application where I will write Laravel new web app. So basically this is going to create a new instance of a Laravel application. So just give it a few seconds to set it up. That is, you are installing Laravel 8.612. It's a very good application to basically if you want to learn development, either you are new to development or you are an existing developer. So basically this is the way to go. Laravel, a very nice package. It was created by, okay, let's just take a look at the website, the main website. As we wait for the website, the package to continue. So it's a PHP framework with very expressive, elegant syntax. We already laid foundation, freeing you to create without sweating the small things. So basically that's it. Let's continue. Basically the packages are being installed as we wait. To just take 1 to 2 minutes. So these are the basic packages that are required for Laravel to work seamlessly on your application basically. So it is setting up all the requirements. And also the goodness is that you can also install you can get other packages that you can use it to set up that application. So basically I had told you about Laratrust. This is their main website. It is a role-based access package which you're going to install, and it supports up to version, it is right now it is in Laravel 9x, like it supports up to the latest version. I believe application has already installed. So basically let's dive into the folder and then we set it up. It's called a web app. So after installing, we are going to install Laravel Breeze. Laravel Breeze. So before you do anything, you are going to write. You're going to use a composer for Laravel Breeze. So you just go to your terminal and you're going to type composer require Laravel Breeze, but Laravel Breeze dev. That's the package that you require, the dev version, yeah. So then you install it. So it will just take a few seconds to install. And then after you have installed the Breeze, you're going to do PHP artisan install. So basically it will install that package PHP artisan breeze, and then breeze install. So we are installing the PHP artisan breeze. So after you have installed, we are going to install the npm packages. We're going to install the npm packages, and then we're also going to run the package. So as you can see, the goodness with Laravel, it has, like, I believe there are helpers for developers, so that you cannot go into a lot of headaches setting up your application. So basically you just wait for the next instruction that the application will give to you. So basically right now it is installing the npm packages. Basically these are the JavaScript files that are required. If you want to take a look at them, you'll find them at PHP JSON. Yeah? These are the packages that are being installed. So we have Alpine.js, Autofixer, Axio, Laravel Mix, Lodash, Post CSS, Post Import, and then Tailwind CSS. These are the JavaScript files that will be utilized by the system, like with your system, so that you don't have to worry about. So you just continue with your coding. So basically you completely stick on your coding. Yeah. So let's give it a minute or two so that it installs the packages. Yeah. As it installs, we can also try to recap on what our application is all about. I told you this application uses an MVC framework, the model, the views, and controllers. Basically, the model, they are more of the gates to the database, and then we have the views. These are what you are going to set up for either your users to see, the pages that you're going to set up for either users, the administrators, or any other part of the. So basically it is the view function. The view folders are found inside the resources folder. Inside the resource folder, just below the public HTML, you have the view folder. So that's where you are going to have your authentications, the login, the registration, the reset, basically the layout of your application, either the navigation to either you are a guest or you are an admin. Basically, after you are being authenticated, you can also move to the dashboard, and also basically these are the pages that Laravel has already created for you, so you are not going to have a problem while developing your application. So basically you have, like, let me say there are starter applications, like so all you have now to concentrate on just the main things that the logic of your business, basically. So when you want to create your logic, you create them on your controllers. So basically you create your controllers. Let's just take a look at some of the controllers that we are going to get when you install the Breeze, the Breeze package. So basically the Breeze package will install for you authentication. Basically we are just, let's take a look at register controller. These are register controller. It is basically, let's just try to read through what it says as we are waiting for the application to continue loading these packages. So basically it talks about creating an author. So basically a function normally has like one, basically any function has, if you're creating a function, you have to have like one function. So we have a function for create, and that function just creates the it loads the registration page. So basically that's if you have already installed some packages on your WordPress, on your Visual Studio Code, you'll be able to follow the link, and it takes you to the page that you have already created the application. So let's take a look and see what these are some of the packages. We are going to go into each and every one because we are going to modify. If you are a developer, you need to know how to develop or modify those files to your specific needs, because each client or each of your clients will request you to customize his or her application to her certain need. So sorry for it has taken some few minutes to install the packages, but now let's now install. Let's install now. Let's after it has installed the npm, now we can just now run npm run dev, npm run dev. So basically this is going to compile, it is going to compile your application. So basically it's going to compile the JavaScript so that any other thing that you're going to create is going to be created. So basically it has shown us that the compilation is successful. So just to test and see what has been done, we can run the application. And basically to run the application that you have already installed, you'll just write php artisan serve. So that is going to run your application, and you're going to see it on your browser. Let's just take a look and see this beautiful application that has been created for us by Laravel. So basically you can either go onto your browser and just type localhost 192.0.0.7. So basically you see it has already created our application, and it has already also updated our application with the login and the registration. So this is the cool part and the fine part that we are going now to take a look. You see we have the registration and the login already being installed. So you can register as a user. If you're ready, you can create a user and log into it, and then it continues. You can continue building your application from this point. So we are going to take a look at creating now. We are now going to add the role and the role functions of our application, so that we can define our users. If your user, you want them to be administrators, and then you want users to have a specific pages they go to. They will go as administrators, they will have their own pages as administrators. At the same time, if you want to have your page users, they have like these are just users, and they have specific functions that they want to go to. This will be, they'll just be users, and they'll have these specific functions that you designate them to have them. So as we continue, we'll just open new terminal, and then we are going to install the role base for this application. So to do that, we are going to use composer require signacle Laratrust. Laratrust, yeah. So this is the package that is going to insert the role-based functions in our application. So we're just going to follow some few rules, the few commands that I had already prepared. These are the few commands that I already prepare. So basically, we are going to now to publish the assets that it has, and then now after you have published the, so we can take a look at see what function that folders it has created for us. So basically this is the, sorry, let me just so basically these are the functions that the NINI has provided for us. It has the roles, the permissions. You can setting up the tables, the permissions, and all that. So basically, after that, we are going to write the code to set up now that application so that it aligns itself with the applications. Do you want to set it up? It will give you it's going to give you do you want to create migrations? You just say yes. Sorry. Do you want to create migrations? You say yes. Yeah, it has already, now it has created migrations, it has created the roles, it has also created the permissions for the users, and then now we are going to do the seeding. I know there's something we didn't do initially. So basically we need to create, we are going to take a look at the environment folder. This environment folder has the name of the database, okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to take the name of the database, the name of that database that it is called web app, and then you're going to create it on your, you're going to create that name of the database on your PHP myadmin. So let's just do that. You're going to click on new, and then you're going to give the name of the database. The name of the database is called web app. So so that you can now continue creating, now to continue with the next stage of setting up your seeder. So basically now this is the next command. You're going to set it up, Control C. So basically it has created the seeders. So basically we need to publish that seeder into our application. So basically that's what it does. Copy. So it has already created, basically it has created that folder, that file of seeding, but now this file is used to set up the roles and permissions of your application. Basically you're going to set up, let's just maximize this page. Sorry for that. This side, let's just maximize and see. Okay, so basically this is what it's going to config. So it's on config Laratrust. So we're going to folder that is called config Laratrust. Config Laratrust. This is the page. So this is the page. Okay, Laratrust seeder. So okay, on the Laratrust seeder page inside the config, this is the place where you're going to set up your roles and permissions for your users. So basically, if you want to set up for admins or super admins, you just do the administrators. So the administrators or admins, you are going admin, whatever you want to give them. So the admins or administrators, you're going to give them the roles. Admins, they are going to, like the roles you are going to give them, they're going to have the full roles for creating, reading, updating, and deleting. anything on your applications, the admins and then administrators. Either you have administrators, or basically either you want to create as users, or any other person, or any other role that you want to use for defining different fields that your application, your users may go to. So basically what you're going to do, either we are going to sell these are the, let's take a look at an example of either a shop. Maybe we are going to have the sellers, and then you're going to have the buyers, and then you have the sellers, and then now you are going to have the buyers, and then maybe in either these other role you can now just delete them, and then these are the permissions that you're going to give: the creating, reading, updating, and deleting. So these are the roles that you're going to create. So basically up to that point, now you'll be able now to set it up, and then when now you're done with that, you can now do the migrations. So you can now do the migrations. Let's just auto load the files that are required so that this application does not break. And then after you have done that, now you can be able to do the migrations. So basically migrating is now you are publishing all the files, all the folders, all the commands that are required. You're going to publish all those migrate the files on your database folder. Let me just show you. There's this folder called database, and then you have the migrations. You're going now to publish all these, the creating of users, creating of password, failed permission tokens, and then one last thing, because we have already created the seeder. Now what we need to do is to automate this application. So this is a code that I think we have now to copy it, and then we put it on this is the last code you're going to write and then you're going to put it on so basically you're telling us that whenever the Laravel fires, it has to call on this Laratrust seeder, so that it can also incorporate all those functions into the application. So let's do the last step of PHP migrating these files so that we can publish these files onto the server. So after you've done that, you can now do the last bit of this module, is just to do, there's these functions that you need to do. You need just now to seed this function. You need to seed. Now after you have done the migration, now you need to also call the seeder function, PHP artisan seed. Okay, I had really written it, but let me just have it. I had it somewhere. So what we're going to do, we are just going to now seed the file that this Laratrust has already created, like this function, so that it can call this function Laratrust seed class. So you're just going to write PHP artisan DB class database seed. Hello. I want now to take this opportunity to continue where we had left. I was thinking that because we are going to create a unique logging system, we are going to, with the different roles, we're just going to develop, we're just going to create our own dashboard, custom dashboard, and then we are going to redirect all users to respective pages that we are going to design, the pages that we are going to design. So what we are going to do is we're just going to create a controller. So we're just going to write PHP artisan make controller, dashboard controller. So that is the dashboard controller we're just going to create, and then we're going to add the logics on that controller. So let's do that. Let's just go and add the logics of dashboard controller. So it is a fresh new controller. The way you go about it is you're just going to create the function index, public function index, so we are going to continue with the public function index. So that is a typical index function. So we are going to use an if statement to check if a page, if a person has the roles, so that you can set them to go to a page. So it will be if statement, if out user, user has a role, so remember the roles that you had already created for them. If you had a role called admin, or some of a role of an admin, then it will take him to a page if he has a role of admin, then he will be taken to the admin dashboard. So basically that's what we're going to do. That we are going to, if has a role of admin, and then it takes the user to sorry, I think I've okay, sorry, just a minute. Yeah, just like that. If role has role admin. So this one's not supposed to be there, and then so it will be down below. As a role of admin, if as a role of admin, then you return to specific view that you want. You return to specific view. Let's say you're going to create a dashboard, dashboard folder, and then admin view, admin view. So that is going to redirect him to that page. I know it is giving us some errors because we have not, it has not, so you'll use the package, you have to load that function of out, use facet out, so something like that. So you have to use facet out as role, so that one has no problem. And then else if out user as role, sorry, as role let's say he's a user now, then you'll redirect him to the specific page that you want him to go to. So that's how you do it. Return view, so sorry, return view. So you'll redirect him to the page that you want him to go to. So it will be dashboard, 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 dot, dashboard dot now user. So you can give as many roles as you want according to the specification of your of the type of website you are creating. So it's up to you. So at that point, you create the views, and then you create, now basically you create the views to which you want for the user to go to. So basically it will load that that view. So let's just do that. We're going to create now that view on the dashboard. So basically you're going to views, and then you create a folder, dashboard, and then that dashboard you're going to give a role for admin. Control C, admin, create a folder, admin.blade.php, and that will load for the admin. And then you can also create now for the user, user.blade.php. So that's it. Let's meet on the next video and see what we can do together. So basically we're going to create the views for each role, and then we can redirect each user to that page, and then we can wrap up. If you're still with me, guys, this is Zach from Zach Anime Studios. I'm so glad that we are doing this together, and may God bless you, and keep on coding, keep on learning. It's never too late. I love you all. See you on the next video.